Hello everyone, this is Paul from Inside PA Training. I have a video for you today on letters of recommendation. Have you ever wondered what your letter writers see? Well, I'm going to show you today. I'm actually writing a letter of reference for a student that I've known very well. It's my first one I've ever done, and it's nice to get an inside peek at how this actually works. I thought I'd show you. So basically what happens when you complete your CASPA application, you submit the email address of the people who are going to write letters of reference for you. And that person will get an email asking them to sign up and create an account. And after they do, they will open their account and there will be your name waiting for them. They click on your name and they get this form that's specific to your application. So, very first thing, right out of the chute, what is your relationship? This is why this is so crucial that you not use a letter from a family friend, a neighbor, or a family member. They're going to need to cop to that. They're going to need to be honest. Letter writers are almost always very honest because the way they look at it, they're doing you a favor. Why would they want to put their neck out for somebody that they're doing a favor for? Okay? How long have you known the applicant? If I click on that, it's in years, all right? Years, people. This is why you want somebody who's known you a while if possible. It's not always possible, if you just had their anatomy class, it just ended, you say 1 year or less than 1 year, but more is better. How well do you know the applicant? Then they're going to give their opinion. Very well, moderately, minimally, not at all. That's relevant. And in what capacity? And notice that if they're not an employee, supervisor, colleague, coworker, instructor, professor, advisor, internship, job shadowing person, they have to put other. Okay, this is the neighbors. These are the family friends. These are, PAs you ran into at Pete's or Starbucks. Okay, so have a professional relationship with the person who's writing for you, ideally. Now, the next thing they're going to see um, is these evaluation ratings. We haven't talked about these too much, but before they submit their letter, they're asked to um, score you on all of these traits: your adaptability, conflict resolution, empathy, intellectual ability. Now, most people who are really in your court and really want to see you in PA school will mark excellent. But often they will mark a couple of goods, and that is because most recommenders want to feel that they're being honest and unbiased. And maybe they do feel that you're good in an area and not excellent, and that's okay. But often they're going to put a couple good just to make it look like they didn't just 100% endorse you for everything. I like her, and I'm just going to say she's excellent in everything. It makes their recommendation look a little more honest. So when you write a letter, an email to your letter writer, you might want to include a little list of these so that they'll know on what terms they're supposed to evaluate you. Okay. Now next, they come to the overall recommendation, and this is where they have a little pull down. I highly recommend, I recommend with some reservations, or I'm not able to recommend this applicant. Now, you better believe that just because they've agreed to write a letter for you does not mean they're necessarily going to write, I highly recommend this applicant. And you'll probably never know if they don't, which is one of the reasons they do this. They know that some people will kind of grudgingly agree to write a letter and they will have some reservations and they really want you to be honest. So they give that person an opportunity to say, I recommend this person, but I have some reservations. So this is something to consider. If you've applied previously and not gotten in, you have to wonder, well, could that have been the issue? Do I need to find somebody else who's really in my court? All right. So just keep that in mind. Not everybody who writes for you is necessarily going to highly recommend you. That's what we're after, but it doesn't always happen. Next, they actually upload their letter. This is a text file of some sort, Word document, PDF, something like that. And it's nice to be able to tell them that these are the formats that are supported when you email your letter writer. So make a note of them and just say, hey, you're going to be asked to submit a letter and these are the formats that are supported. And then they won't have to pull their hair out, reformatting. Finally, there's this section down here. I'm not going to scroll down completely because the student's name is below and I want to maintain their confidentiality. But basically, this is applicant comments. This allows you to write a little note to the person that you're having write your letter just to say, hey, thanks a lot. I really appreciate your effort. Let me know if there's any information you need from me. And it'll be found right below this. Okay, so this is my first letter. I'm kind of excited about it, and I wanted to share it with you. Hopefully it gives you a little insight into what you'll be asked to do and what your letter writers will be asked to do. Okay, thanks a lot, and we'll talk soon.